Hey guys, so here I am again. I quickly want to respond to something that I saw today on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I just want to say that I find it quite unfortunate that someone that I had at least a bit of respect for before kind of like disappointed me in the way that they acted today. So just to break it down a bit, you guys know already that Monica moved to the UK a week ago. Well, yeah, approximately a week ago. And immediately she landed, I think a day after she landed, she talked about all her plans and all the things that she intends to do while she's in the UK. She talked about all the new TV programs that she wants to be doing on her channels, like the reality TV, the Bible study, the comment review, and so many other things that she listed. She also mentioned that she wants to go to school. So, one of the things that she did, she together with her husband, that really blew the minds of so many people online was the background that they used. Yes. So, well, her husband is a very good video editor and he created this OBS background for her. And the next thing that I saw a couple of days back was when Lola posted on her Facebook page that she was going to do a video, and the title of the video was Who's School App. And that is actually in response to Monica going back to school. So she did an entire YouTube video on that. And I was sitting there watching them. I'm like, why is this woman even doing this? Why does she have to respond to Monica's intention to go back to school? Like, why do you have to do that? So I just let that slide. Like, okay, fine. It's one of those things. Maybe she's shocked about, this revelation. So that one passed. And then today, I got even a bigger shock when this woman, again, Lolo, she came forward and did a live video on both Facebook and YouTube, showcasing the background that she just got. And she was actually inspired by Monica's background. And the purpose of her doing this is just to discredit everything Monica's husband did.
It's available for everybody, my people. My son, grade 8, secondary school in the UK. In fact, you already know him right from Netherlands that he's a computer person, and these are just little things he can do. So my son put this together. A lot of people actually have been using it. A lot of people have been using it. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's not a thing that, oh,
She wants to really prove to the world that there is nothing special about the background that Ambrose did for Monica. And this is so very bad. Like, this is so very low. Like, Lolo, you really, really need to stop. Whoever is applauding what you're doing right now really, really is after your downfall. Whoever loves you right now is really going to advise you to just let it go. You guys are falling out. You are no longer friends. Why don't you move on? You did not have to respond to everything Monica does. You already responded to her going back to school with your Who School app video. And now you're still responding to her background saying it's nothing. If that background has been nothing to you, you should have done it a long time ago. I mean, you went to the UK months ago. You should have taught people, because now you're trying to say, oh, let me teach you. I can show you how to do it. Just get a good laptop and get a good webcam. And you should have done that weeks or months ago. You shouldn't have waited for Monica to do her own background for you to come out to discredit her. If there is nothing so special about the background, you shouldn't even have bothered. You should have just waved it aside like, oh, there is nothing special about it. It's nothing. But look at the amount of stress and struggle you went through, ordering stuff, spending hours on end in order to just set things up. I mean, come on, sis. You don't have to do that. You really need to let it go. Be the bigger person here. Because right now, to be very honest, I have been following both Lola and Monica for a long time now, and I've not been reacting too much to so many things they have been doing and saying online, because they have both really been a disappointment to me personally. I would watch them and I would just think to myself, why are these women doing this? And then they fell out, and I felt like, okay, fine, now everyone can just move on and face their own life and face their own thing and do their own thing. To be honest, I'm really surprised at the way Monica is carrying herself right now. She is really carrying herself in a very, very classy manner. She's not even responding to you. And what you're doing right now is deliberately provoking her. Lolo, you are deliberately provoking Monica. You are intentionally trying for her to just respond, for her to clap back, so that the entire saga you guys left off in the Netherlands will be reawakened. And you don't need that, Lolo. You do not have to respond to Monica's videos. Whatever Monica decides to do, if she decides to go back to work in the UK, let her do so. If she wants to go back to school, by all means, you do not have to respond to it. You went to the UK way, way, way before her. Just do your own things. Just create your own content. Because right now, you're really diminishing the amount of respect so many people had for you. You're really bringing down your class. You are always preaching and saying that people should upgrade and they should improve on themselves. But right now, you are really doing your reputation an immense amount of harm. You're really hurting your reputation. And everything that is playing out right now is really showing the real person that you are. And it is also really showing the true person that Monica is. When Monica was in the Netherlands, I was also very disappointed in so many things that she did, so many things that she said. And when she moved to the UK, I was expecting for her to just continue in the same vein. And she has really surprised so many people the way she leveled up. Her class has really gone to another level. We are always talking about, oh, women need to educate themselves, they need to upgrade themselves. But to be honest, education doesn't give you class in most cases. You might say Monica is not educated, but she is even behaving like the educated one here. It is your attitude that determines how people see you. It is not the diploma that you show. And you're doing so much and you really do not need to. All these things that you are doing is not necessary.
Again, this is my college certificate, college diploma, okay? This is my college diploma. I want to show you guys, for those of you who walk around and be shouting, Lola, which school you go? I went to college, not school for mad people that they need to take them outside, okay? Not that kind of a school. I went to college. It's called AS College. Healing.
And the worst part of it right now is that Monica is not responding. Do you know how bad that is for you? Do you know how bad that makes you look? Because right now, a lot of people who had respect and love for you, they are not even in support of what you're doing at the moment. Because what you're doing right now is uncalled for. Monica is doing her own thing. She's creating her own unique content. Why not do the same thing? Why not just move on? I mean, you really don't need to watch her. You don't need to watch her. You don't need to follow her life. Because what you're doing right now just seems like Monica is in control of your life. That is the indirect message we are getting now. Because now you are acting based on the actions of Monica. You are acting based on whatever Monica says and does. Why not just create your own content outside of Monica? Why do you have to make an entire YouTube video about whose school app? Why do you have to go through the entire trouble of ordering a green screen just to prove a point? Just to prove a point that, oh, a secondary school kid can do it. So what her husband did is not really special. I mean, why didn't you guys do it before? Look at the stress you put the young boy through just because you as a mother, you want to prove a point to someone you see as an enemy. And I'm saying this not from a place of saga, but I'm really advising you. Maybe people who are close to you would not want to tell you the truth, but let me as a neutral person, and I do believe that there are so many neutral people out there that you can really watch and listen to, that they are going to tell you the exact same thing. You really do not need this thing you're doing. You should be bigger than this. We're talking about being educated. We're talking about upgrading yourself. But I am not really seeing a difference from how you were when you were in the Netherlands, moving over to the UK. The only difference is the change in geographical location. But the attitude has even gotten worse. It really has to stop. It is not cool. It doesn't speak well of you. It doesn't at all. Look at the way Monica is carrying herself. She is the big shock here because what she's doing right now, I am flabbergasted. She's just doing her thing, doing her own content, creating her own stuff, doing her thing with her husband and her family. Why don't you just try to do the same? Don't watch her if that is going to help. I remember when you just moved to the UK, you can imagine the grace that was upon you. You were there, you were very happy, to be finally reunited with your husband. You were happy, you looked good, you were glowing, you were genuinely happy. But now you're really digressing, and you're really digressing in such a way that it is going to start to tell on you. You really need to start to fill your heart with positivity, positive energy. Do your own thing. Look at all the stress you went through trying to set up that background with your son. It took you guys almost 2 hours. Look at, you had to order the thing, the green screen. You had to go through all that. You didn't really need to. Just do your own content. Do your own content around the car that you bought or leased, whatsoever. It's really nobody's business how you got the car. It is your car. That is what matters. Do your content about the things that you do, not in response of what Monica is doing at the moment in the UK, because it really passes that impression that you feel intimidated by her being there. And the worst part of it, I don't know if I already mentioned it, the worst part of it right now is that Monica is not responding to you, because I know that the way what you're doing right now and what you're craving for right now is a response from Monica. Because once Monica responds, or once Monica does a video and tries to attack you, the whole saga is going to be reawakened. And I feel like that is what you're really hoping for. That is what you're really expecting. And the worst thing that is going to happen to you is when Monica doesn't respond. Because what happens then? What is your next topic going to be? Are you going to just sit down and wait for Monica to say something else before you react again? And then the cycle is just going to continue. When are you going to stop? Eventually, you're going to end up sounding like a broken record. Your viewers are going to run off. A lot of them are already disappointed by what they saw today. It is, to be honest, it is quite shameful. It is really shameful. You really didn't need to do that. You really didn't need to do that. And you really need to stop. Because usually I would expect that, okay, you've moved to the UK, you're going to do things differently, in a more classy way. You're going to mind your business. You guys were friends. Things didn't work out. You guys fell out. Let everybody just go their separate ways and do their separate things. That's what I would have expected. And now you're doing the total opposite. Total opposite. And it's quite disappointing, to say the least. And if you're even listening to my video right now, you're thinking, who is this one talking? Who sent her? Sis, I really need you to go watch the playback of your video and listen to the things you were saying. You said something like a secondary school Pekin burst their bubble. You're not even indirectly throwing shade at them. You're directly throwing shade at them for them to know that it's them you are referring to. Whatever Monica decides to do or says she wants to do, really, you shouldn't even be responding. I wouldn't. If I were in your shoes, and whoever has really good brains, if they are in your shoes, I was a best friend to someone and things really got sour between us, and we both went our separate ways. When that person is doing something, even if I'm spying secretly, I'm not going to want them to know that I'm watching. And that is exactly what you're doing. You are watching Monica constantly, and you're letting us also know that you're watching. It's a little shameful, sis. This thing is not benefiting anybody. Reawakening a saga that is already dying down. The other woman in Belfast, she's already moving on. She's already doing her thing. And you're there trying to really stress yourself. Do not do it. I was already talking about how you were glowing when you just moved to the UK. Now you are losing your glow. It's not about the makeup. Makeup looks great on you, no doubt about it. But that inner glow, that glow that comes from inside, you are losing it. You need to let go. Stop watching Monica if that is going to help matters. I would advise you to channel all that energy in yourself. Channel it into building yourself up. Channel it into investing in yourself. And like I said, I hope for you that Monica responds. I hope for myself that she doesn't respond. I hope for her that she doesn't respond. But for you, I do hope for you that she responds, Because if she doesn't respond to you, then you're screwed, sis. You're really effed up if she doesn't respond, because then you're not really going to have much leverage. This is not an insult to you. This is not an attack, but I'm saying it as honestly and as genuinely as much as I can. I don't know if there is another word or another manner in which I can say it. And it's also very worrisome when you feel like you always have to come up on live video to convince people, to make a point. Like you saying, oh, when you were in the Netherlands, everything you had was brand new in your kitchen. You were laughing at Monica that she relocated with pots and plates and that her kitchen is very small.
In the Netherlands, everything in my kitchen itself was built new. It's me that started shitting in my toilet and in my kitchen that I was using in the Netherlands. You don't know that? You don't know that, or you didn't see me that time. The gas cooker in my kitchen, everything in my kitchen before I relocated to the UK was brand new, including the whole house entirely. Do you get? So don't come and tell me like that. You want to talk your talk, direct your talk, madam. It was only washing machine I did not buy. My husband said, don't worry, I'll buy you that washing machine that you want. That kitchen, yesterday for me and you, now for see the kitchen. I swear to God, the kitchen is small like my kitchen extension. When I look at where the window of the kitchen don't finish. Now where that washing machine pass, now their kitchen reach. My kitchen extension, where my washing machine, then now there the kitchen reach. The kitchen not big pass like that. You know see where they put the camera. You see where I put the camera, so you look and look the wall. For me and you TV now, see and for YouTube yesterday. I said, now this one with the kitchen, they stop my ear. My God. God forbid, God relocate, carry pot, put for inside luggage. To Fiakwa. They relocate, carry pot and plate inside luggage.
And saying things like, yeah, when you guys moved to the UK, your husband bought iPhones for you and the kids, and you guys paid cash, and that Monica should come out with her own receipts.
I bet they show us receipt where they take out those telephone for shop. Una know me at the show receipt too. Una they know at the show receipt too. You guys know I show my receipt. May they show us the receipt where they take buy those phone cash. If I talk now, don't tell Lolo, don't they talk. If the receipt I used to buy iPhone for my son, I'll show you. You understand? You left the account, cash. Not be credit.
Like, this is not a competition. Why should she have to come out to show you receipts? Like, come on. This is like elementary school behavior that I'm seeing right here. This is something someone would do in secondary school or even elementary school, to be honest. Why do you have to prove to anybody that you people paid cash for a phone? Saying that you guys bought it not with donation money, and the green screen is just 55 pounds. So it's not like the people who donated money really donated money to do anything special.
I don't live on donation. Mona the shame. Not just small shame, not mona shame. I don't say anything. Mona enjoy, mona the shame small. Just let small shame the worry when I say when they live on donation. A husband and wife. And they live on donation. Who it say they do? This one amateur 419. People who do BB 419. Life see they hard for them. They see they suffer in the later day. How much more this primitive 419 people. This is not primitive 419 behavior now. I don't think your donation money bought one heavy tea. It's just 55. It's just 55 pounds on the green screen. And the one I have come with white, come with black, and come with this green. You understand? So don't think you have donated money. They easy to buy one beauty. No. If I fold it now, you see it, it's gone out of here. You understand? Your money maybe only bought a laptop, a better laptop, because they never had. Which I know. That's my camera.
No, that's mine.
Wait, it's not donation. No. I bought this camera 730 pounds.
No, 40.
Not euros. Not be donation. No.
40.
They not donate for me. I say buy. I bought this camera. Look at it. It's not donation money. Not be money where YouTube they pay. Because they put for accounts. Or else they gallivant carry camera for neck. I bought it with my money. I had them working money. Pounds, not be euros. Who die? Don't better pass them. Can you imagine? Now brain no they work. They pay you, say they donate for am. God forbid. More they donate because you don't die. Who die better person? So, but him wey just dey waka kakaka. You know, see, I say na dead among the living. Now make una dey donate money for am. Someone now continue dey donate, my sister. If you want me I donate. I'll still donate for them. You understand? If not me I donate for am, I'll still donate for am. You understand? Husband and wife, they live on donation. You know, say na dead body be that one.
It's so childish, sis. It's so childish. It's so childish. You are a big woman. You are someone that someone would see on screen and they would think, okay, this is a big, gallant woman. She's noble. But what you just displayed today is really, really childish. You really didn't have to do that. Channel all that energy into yourself, into your own personal growth. And if you continue this way, it really is not good for you. It is not good for your health.
Yeah, don't miss out. My official goodbye to Netherlands. I no run, I no escape. I no do dry fasting, take pass road. I no do dry fasting, take pass road. I mean, now me analyze the video for National. Come down for bus, run, go airport front, go do video. You know, see me, they drag luggage for inside airport. You know, see ya.
It is going to make you age very, very quickly. Get rid of anything that has to do with Monica, all of her thoughts, whatever is going to remind you of her, get rid of it. Don't think about her. Do not even watch her videos. Do not follow her page. Don't do anything. Just ignore her. If she does, as long as she doesn't call your name, just ignore her. Do not do reaction videos on her activities. It is not good for your health. Concentrate on yourself. And of course, she also mentioned that Monica created a blog and that they have been blogging you. Whatever you do, they blog you. To be honest, I don't know about that blog. But if you guys are watching this video right now, and if anybody has a link to that blog, please drop me that link in the comment section below, because I really want to check it out, because I do not also think that it is a good thing if Monica truly is doing that, because you guys have a history together. So you shouldn't be throwing stones at each other. You shouldn't be doing it. Monica shouldn't be doing it, and Lola shouldn't be doing it either. You guys are not just, okay, this one is a celeb and the other one is a blogger. Okay, so I'm just going to blog the celeb. No, you guys were best friends. You guys have a history. You guys were entangled in a very serious saga. You guys fell out. So you guys should just really forget about each other and just move on. And that would be the only mature and noble thing to do. And whoever is not doing that is really childish and immature. So like I said in my last video, I do not want anybody to come up here and drop negative or hateful or disrespectful comments to either Lola or Monica. My video is not to insult anybody. I said in my very first video about Monica and Lola that I am not Team Monica, neither am I Team Lolo. I'm not Monica's fan and I am not Lolo's fan. I'm just saying the truth. I'm saying my truth the way that I see it. And what I saw today was just entirely distasteful and childish, and it really should stop. It really should come to an end. So please let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you want to watch my other videos about Monica and Lola, make sure to go to the description box below and also subscribe to this channel, because if any other thing comes up that I feel like I need to respond to, I am definitely going to do that. So if you want to hear more from me and listen to my commentary, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and I will catch you on my next one.
Of course, without being told, I know say I better pass the 200 times. That's the way girls when get permanent job, they work, they feel they pay bills by himself. I beg go. Now Baba God, no be me, not my power, not my husband power. Okay. Baba God.